welcome back to our channel. I'm Thu Nguyễn from Vietnam Visa office. In this video, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share with you what you must know before you entering Vietnam. First thing first, before entering Vietnam, you have to check whether you need to get the visa for Vietnam or not, and in case you are required to apply for Vietnam visa, you have to get to know what are the different ways to get the visa for Vietnam. So currently there are 3 ways to obtain a visa for Vietnam. The first one is Vietnam visa at the Vietnam embassy or consulate. As you may know, before COVID, it might be easier for you to obtain the visa at Vietnam embassy. However, after COVID, in order to get the Vietnam visa at Vietnam embassy or consulate, you have to obtain a Vietnam visa letter granted by Vietnam Immigration Department in advance. The second option is to get the Vietnam visa on arrival. By doing this, you have to submit the visa request to a visa agency, travel agency, so that they can obtain a Vietnam visa approved letter from the Vietnam Immigration Department for you. And with that, you are able to enter Vietnam through the international airport and then collect the Vietnam visa upon arrival. The next option is to get the Vietnam e-visa. However, currently e-visa is applicable on 80 nationality only. The second thing I need to tell you is that the transportation when you travel to Vietnam. Let's say Vietnam is divided into 3 parts: the north, the central, and the south. The distance between the north and the south is 1,760 kilometers. So you can imagine that Vietnam is very long and narrow country. If you wish to travel by bus or by train, it's still possible. However, it will be really a long and tiring way. So the best option that we recommend you to travel between the north, the central, and the south is to take the flight. For the domestic flight, you can take Vietjet. It is one of the cheapest option. However, you may have to cope with often delay. And if you are expected to pay a higher airfare, you can choose Vietnam Airlines, the national airline of Vietnam, which is more accurate and more professional. If that yourself is a good biker, then of course you can rent a motorbike and you can travel from the north to the south or all the way along Vietnam with your motorbike. And within the short distance in the city, like in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh or Da Nang, you can move around by Grab. For Grab, they offer the Grab bike and Grab taxi, which is quite moderate and quite reasonable. For the distance of between 10 kilometers, you are expected to pay between $4 to $5. And of course, within the walking distance, you can walk around like the way people walk here. However, during the summertime, the weather is really humid, so you feel pretty uncomfortable. Let's talk about the currency of Vietnam. In Vietnam, we use Vietnam dong. 1 USD equal to 23,600 Vietnam dong. So with $1, you can buy a breakfast for you, like a bread, a baguette. And you can easily exchange the currency at the Vietnam airport, or you can exchange it in the exchanging shop in the downtown. If you visit Hanoi, you can go to Ha Trung Street. If you visit Ho Chi Minh, there are many exchange shops in Nguyễn Văn Ninh Street in District 1. Do not worry about the place to get the money exchange for you. Okay, it's available in almost every big city in Vietnam. And according to our clients' experience, they say that they get a better exchange rate at the Vietnam airport. So you can try it. For Simcard, you can easily buy a SIM card from the airport at around $10. The most common brand is Viettel, Vinaphone, and then mobile phone. Also, the Wi-Fi is available almost everywhere in Vietnam, and it's easy to access. You just need to ask for the password of the Wi-Fi, and the internet speed in Vietnam is pretty amazing. So, in case you do not want to, or in case you want to save or expand on. In case you want to save the expense for internet access, you can use the free Wi-Fi in almost every hotel and coffee shop. About the accommodation, Vietnam is considered as a thrift country to travel to, and with a variety of accommodation, you have many things to choose. From the dorm at the price between $5 or $8 per night, or you even can find the luxury hotel, the international luxury brand at the price several hundred to $1,000 per night. Let's talk about the location. The ideal location for tourists will be in the downtown. If you visit Hanoi, we recommend you to stay in the Old Quarter area, which is the heart of Hanoi. And for a budget of between $20 to $25, you can find a decent room with breakfast for 1 or 2 people. And of course, the AC and other amenities will be occupied. The hotel of 3-star, you are expected to pay between $50, and for the hotel, for the 4-star rating hotel, you should pay between $80 to $100 per night. For 5-star hotel, you have many choice. There are international and also domestic brands. If you visit Ho Chi Minh, you are recommended to stay in the District 1 or District 3, which is convenient for you to travel to the attraction inside the city in a walking distance. And for Da Nang City, you can stay in hotel or resort nearby the beach side in My Khe and in My Khe Beach. Let's talk about Vietnamese food. If you are a food lover, then Vietnam is the right choice. Vietnamese food is a combination between the meat and the vegetable. So you can find many kinds of fresh vegetable in here. And the main recipe for food in Vietnam is the vegetable. The meat, to be exact, is the pork. If you are into halal food, then there are different choices of halal food restaurants in the touristy city of Vietnam, like in Hanoi, Da Nang, or Ho Chi Minh. Next, let's talk about the weather in Vietnam. Right now it is June in summertime, so I can say that it's hot. In general, we cannot say which is the best time to visit Vietnam because the weather in Vietnam might change from place to place. So for suggestion for foreigners, the best time to travel to Vietnam is between September to the early of March. During this time, the weather is more convenient for outdoor activities, and you can have chance to join in different activities in different parts of Vietnam, from visiting the beach to go hiking in the mountain.